Good evening, friends. So from today, I'm going to start the configuration of PaloAlto Firewall lab also. So you can see this one is our lab for PaloAlto Firewall. I will show you here the headquarters, suppose headquarter, and it will be configured in a HA. Okay. This one is the single branch, and this is also a branch. Okay. I will use it for the external as a user. It will not the part of our branch, but they can be access our network inside network through the like global protect. So I will configure here the GP policy also, and I will show you how they will connect the global protect, and then it will be able to access our internal network, right? So first of all, today is my first class, so I'm going to start. I will configure in this session today this firewall and these four routers, okay, and the WAN router also I will configure in this, so that for the untrust zone it will be the way of reachable from router SD PaloAlto Firewall to internet reachability. We will use this. Okay, so just going to start the firewall first, because of it will take quite time, around 5 minutes. PaloAlto is taking time to start. Yeah, it will start. Meanwhile, I'm just going to start the configuration of router. So just start it also. Just wait, it will take some time. Bring the up devices. In this session, in this series, I will explain you about the PaloAlto Firewall, each and everything, Global Protect and the VPN, HA, netting, everything I will explain you here in this series. So I'm starting this PaloAlto series from today. Just today we'll configure this WAN router, HQ Firewall 1, and these four routers, and today I will show you to make the reachability from, because of you can see this one is in our another zone, that is the DMZ zone, okay, and you can see this one, these are the another zone, that is our LAN zone, trust zone, okay. So you can PaloAlto Firewall is the zone based firewall, okay. So because of the both are in different zones, so it will not be directly reach to each other. For that we have to make the policy, we have to do some changes in policy, then only it will be reach. So I will show you one by one, just wait till it's coming up. Yeah, router is came up, so we can start configuration on router. I think no, it's not, just wait. This yeah, now it's came up now. So I'm just going to configure the router first. We'll assign the IP address, and I can this one DMZ server 1 and DMZ server 2. This one is the actually PC. It is a Windows 10, okay. But I will show you, we can enable here the server part, like a FTP server we can make him, or file server. So I will make this for the lab purpose. You understanding, you can understand the thing, you can keep in mind. I will show you it later. Meanwhile, we will just do here on from router only the testing, because of it will utilize my laptop. So that's why I'm not going to on currently. You can see nothing is configured here. So first of all, configure the IP address. So see, this one I'm going to configure this interface. Which one? So enable IP address 172.168.148.101 255.255.0. Okay, yeah, no shut, exit. This one. Now I'm going to configure the interface this for DMJ server 1. It will be the gateway of DMJ server 1, but meanwhile I will use the all testing from this interface, because of this interface will be the LAN interface. You can consider it as either we can do one thing, we can configure the loopback, either we can configure the another interface. So I'm just going to configure this, and I will do the testing to ping the things from here, from the interface gig 0 by 1. So now enable the IP address. Now I will give the one default route. So currently I am going to make the reachability from this to firewall, from this router to firewall, this router to firewall, this router to firewall, and this router to firewall through the default route. But later in upcoming video series, I will make the same reachability through the protocols also. So through the dynamic protocol like OSPF, BGP, and EIGRP. I will show you each protocol one by one. So currently I am going to make the reachability through the default route. So IP route 0.0.0, 0.0.0, and next hop will be our firewall IP address, which one is 172.168.148.254. So 172.168.148.254. That's it. This router configuration is done. Yeah, now I'm showing you. You can see I defined the default route and IP interface brief. I defined the IP address. Now come on another router, that is this one, DMJ server router 2. So just configuring it a little fast, because of I already told you what I'm going to do. So 0 by 0, the IP will be 172.168.148.102. No set. Do right. Now come to the LAN router, this one. You can see the difference. I just used a series of 172 IP in DMZ zone and 10 series of IP in LAN zone, right? So make in mind. Okay, this one is my last lab router. That is done. Okay, so my all the 4 router configuration is done, and I am not going to do any changes on the switch, because if I will use this as a L2 switch, just not any configuration I am going to change on the switches. Okay, so IP interface brief. You can see the this one is our this router interface 102. That is fine. Okay, let's verify it that you done the configuration, it's correct or not, right? It is 101. Correct. Okay, that is fine. Now I think PaloAlto is also up. Yeah, you can see device is up, but you can see currently my PaloAlto Firewall is auto take the IP address, auto pick the IP address from for the management from the DHCP. The IP address is 192.168.178.138. But for example, if you want to use this, then fine, no issue. But suppose if you want to change it, how you will do? I will show you everything. Default password is also admin. Now it is asking to reset the password. I given the password. Yeah. So password is done. And then the password reset. So now you can verify it. So my system info info. So you can see the everything. What is the management IP address? You can see this one, right? What is the gateway mask? How it is assigned from the DHCP? Everything is there. Now, for example, I want to change it. I want to assign the management IP address, this one, 101 will be keep for this router, and 102 will keep for this firewall. Sorry, it's a firewall, not a router. Okay. For that, so how you will do? Come configuration, Okay, enter. Now, first of all, our management interface is by default in DHCP mode. So first of all, you have to change the mode of the interface. So set device config, okay, system type static. Okay, now your interface management interface will be changed. Currently I'm going to configuring the interface. Which one is my management interface, not the physical interface. We'll do the physical interface through the GUI. I will show you right now after this, so don't confuse. Now I'm going to set IP address, device config, system IP address, that will 192.168, oh sorry, space 178.101. What will be the net mask? Net mask 255.255.255.0, and default gateway, that is 192.168.178.2. This one is the default gateway for my VM. If you are using the lab in your VM in your laptop, then you have to change your IP address according to your VM IP range. Okay, so that's fine. Now we will commit it, because without commit it will not be work. So just wait. Yeah, it's done. Now verify it. So come exit and show interface management. For check the management interface IP address, that's why I used it. Now see what is the IP address now. 192.168.178.101. What I was set here. Okay, sorry, it was not so. So as you can see in very video, I already configured this IP address. So that's why now my IP address is changed from 138 to 101 now. Now take the GUI access, https://192.168.178. Yeah, just wait. Advance, continue. So you understand how to change the management IP address from dynamic to static, from DHCP to static. I show you through the CLI here. Now I am going to show you the options and how you will do through the GUI also, the same thing. See, currently you can see the host name. What is admin@PA? It is showing you. Now PA VM, this one is the my host name of Palo Alto. I'm going to change it also. You can say PA VM admin@, because of I log in through the admin. So that's why it is showing you. Now next, after @ you can see PA VM. So I'm going to show you, and I will change the host name here. See, first of all go to the device, then you can see here interface tab, right? On interface tab you can see it's a management type interface. You can just click here and you can do the changes from here also. By default it will show you to DHCP client. Just uncheck DHCP client and check the static and assign the IP address what you want, and okay. So I'm not going to do the change because of I already done through the CLI. I show you the option how you can do. Okay, now come management. I am just going to change the host name. So in host name I am going to give HQ firewall 01. Okay. Okay. But it will not take until I am not going to do the commit. So just wait. Little bit configuration more I am doing. After that we'll do the commit. So now come to the network tab, and as I told you, Palo Alto Firewall is a zone based firewall. So it is most important to each interface of the firewall should be the member of any zone. That is most important. Either it will not work except management interface. So come to the zone. First of all, we have to create the zone. So I came to zone, network, zone, add. Then there is a three types of zone, that is DMZ zone, trust zone, and untrust zone. So just make it up also. Yeah, the untrust zone. So define it. DMZ zone. Okay. It is a kind of layer 3. So I defined that type layer 3. Another is trust zone. Trust 01. This is a kind of also layer 3 zone. Now third one, untrust zone. This is also type of layer 3. Done. So you can adjust it also, just adjust a column. Okay, now it's done. So I defined the zone. Now come to configure the interface. Okay, so you can see Ethernet 1, every interface you can see nothing is, all are down, right? Because of it's not configured yet. I have to configure, then it will come up. So just click here. So you Ethernet 1 by 1 connected with whom? It is connected with WAN switch, and it is in an untrust zone. So we can give the comment. Okay, just copy it for the another interface. It will reference other. I have to type. So that's good. Interface type. I'm going to. There is a 5 type of interface. So you can see tap in mode, HA mode, virtual wire mode, and L2 mode, L3 mode. So I'm going to use the L3 mode. I will assign the IP address also on this interface. Then we have to define the virtual router. Virtual router means it will be the part of whom. So virtual router is a kind of PRF in Palo Alto. So it is most important that it will be the member of any VRF. So I'm just currently going to do through the default. Now it is asking the zone. So this interface is connected with our untrust zone. You can see it is a zone of untrust. From here to here, it is a untrust zone. Okay, these are all untrust zone. So I'm just defined here untrust zone. Okay, now give the IP address. So 101.2524. You can see using this interface. So I give the IP address. Now come to advanced. For testing purpose, I will enable the ping option here on the interface management port. So it will be allow the ping. That's why. So come here, give the name of the MGMT profile ping. Okay, in this profile I'm just enabling the only ping option. That's it. So this interface configuration is done now. Now I'm going to configure the interface 1 by 2. 1 by 2 is connected with, you just see, it is connected with our DMZ zone. So just remove it, not required. DMZ zone, just define here the zone, that is DMZ. Okay, fine. Either you can define if you want DMZ which 0, that's it. Okay, no issue. Then come to the interface type, that is a layer 3 interface. It will be the member of virtual router default. Then the DMZ zone. So I select the security zone DMZ. Now it is asking the IP address. Give the IP address 172.168.148.254/24. Now give the management interface zone profile. So I created already in previous interface configuration, so I'm just selecting it. That's it. Done. Now come to the interface 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is connected with trust zone. So trust zone switch name is LAN switch. Interface type is layer 3. Similar, it will be also the part of default router, virtual router, and select the zone, that is trust zone. Okay, give the IP address of interface, that is 10.168.148.254/24. Just select the management profile, that is the ping. For the testing purpose, I'm just selecting. Now our interface configuration is done. I have zone configuration is done. I have changed the host name also. These three things will be done in this. Now going to commit it and we'll verify it is working or not. Just wait. We have to keep the patience till the commit successful. Yeah, you can see now commit successful is done. Now your interface is came up. You can see it's green, means interface is done. Okay, now what we did the zone, so you can see zone interface is came up, means it is also fine. Now but your host name is showing same pa.vm, right? You can see here pa.vm, but just click enter. You can see now host name is changed, HQ firewall 01. So for that you have to also do one thing, just refresh the page. Now you can see it's changed, right? Okay, so close it. Enable. Okay, close it later. ठीक है. Okay, now what we'll do, first check the routing, any routing is there or not. So routing route, this is the command to check the routing in the PaloAlto Firewall. Just okay, get quiet down. See what routes are there for the 10.168.148, that is this one. 10 dot, okay, that's same. And 172, only these two routes. It means because of I already given the default route on the router, so now the router should be reached to firewall. We can verify now. Just come ping it 172.168.148.254. I'm going to ping from this router, DMZ router 1. So just wait. You can see it's reachable. Check from router 2. Ping 172.168.148.254, because of I defined the default route on all the routers. You can see it is also reachable. Ping 10.168.148.254 through this router, LAN router. It is also reachable. Ping 10.168.148.254 from LAN router 2. This one is also reachable. Now the question is, a PaloAlto Firewall will be reachable to his interface gig 0 by 1, gig 0 by 1, gig 0 by 1, gig 0 by 1. So it will be reachable or not, the question. Either we can check from firewall or we can check from router. So you can see I ping directly. So when I ping directly, it took the interface this one, gig 0 by 0. But I don't want to ping from here. I want to ping from source interface 0 by 1. Now we'll see it is reachable or not. So you can see it's not reachable. Similar, you can see it will not reachable. It is not. You can see every router I checked from LAN, it is not getting. Why? Because of no routing is there. Understood? No routing is there. For that we have to do the routing. Where? I'm just showing on firewall, because of see in root. Can you see the root of any like 172.168.138? You can see no root is there. For 10.168.138, no route is there. 10.168.128, no route. So that's why it is not able to reach. Now we'll make it reach. We'll do the routing. Come to the router. And one more thing, guys. If you want to make the reachability from firewall to internet, just check now. I am just showing you. Is it reachable or not? So how you will do the ping in PaloAlto Firewall? Or the command is ping source. What? The source IP is 101.1.101. 101.1.101. Host 101.254. First of all, check the gateway. It will not, because we are not configured yet this router. So first of all, come on this router and we'll configure it also. Come. We'll do fastly. So IP interface brief. You can see nothing is configured here. So interface gig 0 by 0. This one is connected with your cloud. So conf t interface gig 0 by 0. IP NAT outside, because of I will do the netting here. And then IP DHCP client. IP address DHCP. no shut. That's it. On this interface configuration is done. Now come to the interface gig 0 by 1. Gig 0 by 1. IP NAT inside IP address 101 sorry dot 101.1.254. No shut. Now come to the interface 0 by 2. I'm just going to configure the all interface of this router because if I logged in here, after then it will not require to open this router. So that's why I'm just finish this configuration of router. No. 0454, this one interface I'm going to configure. So it's done. Interface configuration has been done now. So IP interface brief. You can see our all interface IP address is done. Okay, fine. We can see one thing. Just check. So IP route. Okay, that is fine. Come. Now, what need to do? We have to do the ACL. First create the ACL for the interest traffic. Then we'll create the netting. PAT for the translation of private to public. So that our private machine can be reached to the public. So come. Copy 100 permit IP any IP net inside source list 100 interface. Which interface is our outside interface? This one. And just use the overload command. That's it. This router configuration is done. Do the testing. Ping 8.8.8.8. First time it will not ping, next time. Our SD firewall will be definitely start to ping. Yeah, you can see it's able to reach the gateway. Yeah, you can see now router is able to ping. Now we'll do the testing source interface. When the packet is coming to the interface gig 0 by 1, then it is getting or not ping. You can see it's fine, working fine. So now our WAN router configuration is done. We can close it. Now not required. Now you can see firewall is also able to reach the gateway of WAN. But is possible that the firewall will be able to reach the internet or not? No. Why? Because it is a firewall. You have to define the everything. Routing, no route is here for the 8.8.8. So routing, no default route is there. How it will be go towards internet? So that we have to define the default route towards our WAN. Will do. First of all, I'm going to make the routing for the interface gig 0 by 1 IP address of all routers. So see, you just open. Yeah, it is a previous routing table of my firewall. We'll do the next virtual router, static default. Click on default, then static. Now, first of all, I'm going to define the default route towards internet. ISP01. Okay, default route will be 0.0.0. What is the interface of? It's a gig 0 at Ethernet 1 by 1. What is the next hop IP? That is 101.254. That's it. If you want, you can change the metric value manually. I'm just going to do 101. I show you how to change. I do not required because of I'm going to use single ISP here. I will show you later with the multiple ISP. I will configure the another one ISP also here. I will show you this part later. Now going to configure the static route for DMZ router gig 0 by 1 IP address. So do one thing, static route for whom? I'm going to do the static routing for DMZ SRV and the IP we are going to define 172.168.138.0, right? For this I'm going to do the IP routing. Okay, copy it because of we have to do 4 more routing. So just change here /24 for this destination. How I can reach? What will be the our interface? If you want to reach it here, how you will go? So from firewall to, first of all, we have to go to the interface 1 by 2. So I have to select the interface. The interface will be 1 by 2. Okay, what will be my next hop IP address? Next hop from here, it will be this one, router 1 IP address, right? So I have to define here that IP address 172.168.148.101. That's it. Done. It's one routing is done. Just adjust it. Yeah, you can see. Now I'm going to do the another for this route. Okay, prefix. Just change the IP of this one. Okay. Rest of things is same. Just change the IP address /24. Okay, interface is 1 by 2 and next hop IP will be also 172.168, then 148.102. I'm going to show you. For this route prefix, I have to come from this to this, then here first. Then only you will be here. So I defined the IP to this one. Okay. Now I'm going to configure the IP address of this LAN PC or LAN PC for LAN PC. Just change the LAN PC. Okay. The IP is 10.168. That's it. Copy. From here firewall to this, we have to come through this interface. So that's why I defined the interface here, and the next hop will be 10.168.148.101. Okay. Now last come to LAN PC2. For that I'm going to define the IP address 10.168.128.0/24. From firewall to here come to this interface is 0 by 1 by 3 IP. Okay, sorry, IP, sorry. Okay, now IP address will be 10.168.148.102. That will be my next hop from firewall. Okay, okay, now it's done. So I have done the routing part for that. Now okay, and commit. Let's see. I did this time the routing from for this interface, these routes DMZ server 1 to LAN PC 1 and 2 for that, and I also did the default route on the firewall. So this time from firewall to DMZ server 1 2 should be reachable, LAN PC 1 and 2 should be also reachable, and from firewall to internet should be reachable. Last time it was not. Now wait for the commit successful, then I will show you. Yeah, it's completed successfully. Now check. Do one thing, just come here. Okay, okay, now check. It was the previous routing table. Now this time I'm going to check. Previous routing was 6. Now the table count is 11, and you can see one default route is came here. You can see it's already added. Okay, now we can see 10.168.128 and 138, 128, 138. For that route is also for 172, 168, 128 and 138 route is also present. Now verify it. From this time I am going to verify from firewall to this and router to this. Though both I am just showing it, don't worry. Ping source will be, I am just going to do the testing in DMZ zone currently. So my zone IP will be 172.168.148.254. Host is this time 172.168.138.254. This IP is assigned on the router 1 interface gig 0 by 1. We can see it is reachable from the firewall. Now we can see I'm just going to ping from route firewall to this. We can see it is also reachable. Now going to check from firewall to LAN PC1 and PC2. So for that we have to change the IP address. Because of this interface IP, Ethernet 1 by 3 interface IP address, I have to take as a source, and destination will be also 10.168.128.254. that is a LAN router 2 interface gig 0 by 1 IP address. It is reachable. Router 1 interface IP address, that both are reachable. So all the routes are reachable from the firewall. Okay, if you have doubt, you can check from previously it was not ping, currently it is pinging from all routers. You can see, you can verify. Okay, but now need to verify. Last time internet was also not reachable from the firewall. So this time is it reachable or not? Because of we did the default route also on the firewall, so it should be reachable. Just check now. Ping 101, sorry, ping source, because we have 1.1.101. that is my interface Ethernet 1 by 1 IP address. Host 8.8.8.8. You can see from firewall to internet is also reachable now. So it's done. My routing part is done now on the this lab. I will show you later in upcoming series. I will enable, currently we make the reachability from router to firewall through the default route. I will show you in upcoming series video from router to firewall or firewall to router. Will make the reachability through the dynamic protocol like OSPF, BGP, EIGRP. I will show you. So just wait. Currently it's done. Now the question is it possible to reach from trust zone to untrust zone, DMZ zone? Is it possible the LAN router will be ping the DMZ router? So do the testing. So what is the IP address? Ping from source. So first ping the IP address 10.168.138.254 source. Our interface this one. I'm going to ping from router 1 DMZ router 1 interface gig 0/1 IP address to router LAN router 1 gig interface 0/1 IP address. You can see it's not reachable. Same, going to ping from LAN router 1 gig internet ethernet 0/1 to DMZ router 0/1 interface. Ping source 10.168.138.254. It is not reachable. Why? I'm just, another router is also router 2. So I'm just showing you ping 172.168.128.254. Sorry, source this one. Ping 10.168.128.254 source is this. You can see it's not reachable, right? See, just come to the LAN router 2 also and do the testing. Ping 128.254. Source will be 10.168.128.254. You can see not reachable because as I told you in starting of this video, PaloAlto Firewall is the zone based firewall. Okay, so it is getting discarded here because of all the routers are trying to ping from another zone, from source to another zone, because LAN routers, LAN router 1 and 2 are in member of trust zone. DMZ router 1 and router 2 is the member of DMZ zone. So it is a interzone. Okay, interzone. So for that we have to come to the policy and we have to create one policy. I'm just going to make the in a single policy vice versa reachability from DMZ to trust, trust to DMZ, both in a single policy. Just a minute. DMZ zone 2 trust zone 01 to DMZ. Okay, I'm going to define the policy in a single policy, DMZ to trust and trust to DMZ, both. So that's why. Okay, vice versa I'm going to do here. Select source zone will be DMZ zone and trust zone, both will be in the source. Destination zone will be same, DMZ or trust. I'm defining because when the DMZ zone member person will be ping to LAN zone, that time source zone will be DMZ, destination will be trust. But when trust member will be ping to destination DMZ zone, that time source will be trust and destination will be the DMZ. So that's why I mentioned the both here. Okay, commit. So this time I did the reachability from this zone to this zone, this zone to this zone. It should be done after complete the commit successful. Wait. So you can see commit is successful. Now previously as I show you, it was not able to reach. For this time again I am going to check. Now you can see it is reachable. Now from DMZ router 2 to LAN router 2, it is reachable. LAN router 1 to DMZ router 1, it is reachable. LAN router 2 to DMZ router 2, it is reachable. So now this part is also done. Now I'm going to do one thing in this video. I'm just going to enable the telnet service on the routers for the testing purpose. In further upcoming videos it will be the help. So I'm just going to enable the telnet here and the HTTP service also here, so that we can do the testing, because of we'll do the more way to testing. Just come conf t, I prepare the script, just copy paste. Yeah, 10.24, then line VTY, come to the line VTY 0 to 4, then transport input all login local, and I'm just using the no login so that it will not ask the password. That's why I'm going to use this. Okay, now I'm going to enable the HTTP service also here. For reference, I will do the testing in upcoming video with the HTTP also, so that's why I'm enabling it. You will see. Now done, this router configuration is done. Just closing this, come to the router 2. Okay, just copy it, line BTY 0 to 4. Now transport input all login local, no login. Now enable this service also. Yeah, it's done. Close it. Now come to the LAN router. You can remember these these commands. Either not, if you're not able to remember, you can make the notes. I am making the notes, that's it. So fine, in this video this much only. Now we can see, in this video we did the reachability from firewall to WAN router, from firewall to internet reachability also done. In this video I show you the routing of the LAN gigit 0 by 1 of the all the routers, did the static route, and I made the reachability through the one policy from security policy, that is DMZ to trust or trust to DMZ. So that's it in this video. In next video I will show you, I will make the reachability from the both zone to the internet. So in next video I will start the netting, source net. We have to do the netting here. So when the packet will be come from, suppose I am going to do the ping from router 1 to the internet. So packet will be come from router 1 to switch to firewall, and here it will be translate the IP of the source in destination in public, and then it will be go on the internet. So that will be the source net. So upcoming video, in next video I will show you the source net video. That's it. Thank you. Thanks for watching.